Good evening. Today we start from just after having to defeat the Zodiac, and Watcher has given us permission to actually look at his library. So let's see what everyone else is doing here. Review the records on upper floor. See what we learned done here. So I wonder if we get to learn about something interesting. Tancred, what you got? Zodiac defeated, while he may have been the in incomplete state, that's nevertheless impressive feat. But even if you hadn't, his demise was inevitable. Fendanial would have seen it one way or another. That said, he probably would have wielded Zodiac's power to wreak untold destruction before taking his own life, making this better of the two unfavorable outcomes. Well, actually, Fendaniel's whole plan was to actually kill Zodiac so he can finally die because he is tempered by Zodiac, and being an Asian of Zodiac is tempering. He keeps coming back and again. Thus, I was supposed our host had maintained this solitary vigil since very beginning without rest or relief. If so, these records comprise of some total of his existence we must need handle them with care. Hell yeah. Handle them with care. Let's smash them all. Let's have a look. Is this the first one, I think? Give me a cutscene. As you gaze into the crystal, ancient knowledge of Zodiac flows through your mind. Daily summary abnormalities detected. These appear to be record of long, lonely village vigil on the moon, dating back to the beginning of Zodiac's imprisonment. So, where's the other one? Downstairs. He hasn't really. Don't tell me he's just been recording no abnormalities. No abnormalities. Knowledge of plus calamities flows through your mind. The records describe how each rejoining. What was that? How each rejoining Zodiac's search for freedom grew, and this is strain on the brands. Maintaining Zodiac's imprisonment uh, appears to tax Heidland greatly. Don't tell me. Charlian actually found that out. The Zodiac's prison weakening, so they decided to put the plan into action. That could be it. Uh, Knowledge of past rejoinings flows through your mind. Record describes the Watcher's effort to prepare in the event of Zodiac broke free from his prison. The records go on to describe the maintenance carried out regularly with Loporits, though it's not clear who or what they are. So this is the first mention of moon rabbits, Loporits. As you gaze into the crystal, the record of unexpected visitor flows through your mind. Record notes the watcher musing when Elizabeth is spotted on the moon through, though clearly not for the first time. It is clear that he and his brethren have a keen interest in freeing Zodiac from his prison, yet they have made no attempts to destroy the brands. Perhaps they prefer he remains hidden from mortal eyes until final rejoining. Perhaps they realize that we would never dare to bring harm to Zodiac as long as he remains imprisoned. Yeah, they've been using Moon as a staging point. Did you learn of anything of import? So, as we suspected, maintaining the brand requires a great deal of her energy and focus. At the cost of the cost has grown higher with every rejoining. That would explain why contact with the hair has become rather infrequent since the seventh Emerald Calamity. Atu made a rather startling discovery. This heavenly body we know to be Moon, in fact, was was created by Heidelin. When the Watcher said that he was created together with this place, I thought he meant this facility. Truly, Heidelin's power are far beyond anything I could have imagined. Is he gonna disappear? I think you. I thank you for affording me this short reprieve.
It is we who should thank you. The records stored here are nothing short of extraordinary. There is much we could learn of Zodiark and his imprisonment, but perhaps you could offer us more focused guidance. Pray, tell us of the calamity that came before and comes now again.
Ethereus. Hold on, that cry sounds like a cry of a primal. Are we actually building up to there being a even more powerful primal that we don't know about? Primal within the core of the world.
Were the ancients ever able to deduce its source? Celestial currents. I cannot say I am familiar with the concept.
Yeah, that would that be the cosmic currents, as also as they're calling celestial, as in the currents within the galaxy or the solar system. The way you would have the solar winds, those sort of currents. Are we talking about those? Because that's the way I understand this. Okay, I take that back. It's not the solar currents. It's more of atmospheric currents. You got the land currents, earth and water. You got the air currents, which is the air around the surface, and then you got the celestial currents, which is the ozone layer sort of thing. And I would believe that might be the actual live stream.
And so they sought a means to harness the forces of darkness, of activity and growth. Thus was Zodiark conceived. No less a power than a god's could set right the laws of nature and quicken the flow of ether within the star.
Emmett Selk claimed that those who summoned Hydaelyn did so because they saw Zodiark's power as a threat. Is that true?
Yeah, but her way of speaking means Spanish.
The Ascians set in motion 7 rejoinings before we came to oppose them. How many more worlds would have been lost had we not placed our faith in her? How many more souls living in the present would have been snuffed out for the sake of those long dead?
Well, in light of recent events, I see no reason to doubt your words. And even if Hydaelyn is not a god in truth, if Minfilia believed that we should trust in her plans, then I choose to do just that. Which brings me to a rather important question. Let's suppose we try but fail to stop this second coming of the final days. Should the source fall, what will become of the other worlds?
I mean, nomenclature. Nomenclature? What the hell is nomenclature? No. Nomenclature. Here we go. Nomenclature. Devising and choosing the name for things, especially science discipline, body or system that really should actually turn off the dark mode. There we go. That way you can see all. So devising and choosing name of things, especially science in the linear system, zoological, the body or system used. So I guess ebb and flow. That's the only way I understand it. Uh, Nomenclature is a system of names or terms in or the rules for forming these terms in particular fields of arts or science. See, the principal naming of very form is relatively informal convention of everyday speech to nationally agreed principles in rules and recommendations that govern the formation of special terms used by scientific any other discipline. Basically, a naming. Why would you? Uh, why would is more fitting than you know? Naming system. Ah, I understand. The name is the more fitting that you know. Should the source fall, rest of them will share the same fate. Okay. So the source is underlined. It is ready.
guess, but what is it?
So the contingency plan. This one is more than a prison. Oh, so she made the moon into a spaceship. So are we going back to Final Fantasy 4 here again? All of a sudden. This seems like that, doesn't it? For anyone who's played Final Fantasy 4, this is direct reference to that because the moon in Final Fantasy 4 is a fake moon. I thought the actual reference was coming from the Delamont, but no. Delamont, since he's already fallen, the and then the at the end of the what you call it, Final Fantasy 4 main story, the moon actually moves away because the people decided to leave the alien race that was on the moon. They decided to leave and find a new home. So this line seems like it. At long last, Watch is ready to fulfill its final duty. At the time is come for you to be on your way. The crater at the heart of not easily traversed. Let's call us up on Argos. The familiar who you met earlier. He should have no trouble bearing you across. As Adeline created me as the jailer, she too did create Argos as the guard. It is the nature of, to appear when needed, and yet he is nowhere to be found. Strange, mayhap the imbalancing of ether had also affected him. Uh, let us make for the crushing brands attempt to call upon him there. You need but recall the path you walked with Argos and you will find your way. If he labors in service of Heideland's plan, I see no reason to not do so as he suggests. Shall we make for the crushing brands then? You guys walk down. I'm gonna jump down. Geronimo! So yeah, by the looks of it, they're setting this up as a what you call it, uh, Final Fantasy 4 style thing. So in in Final Fantasy 4, you end up going to the moon and meeting someone who would actually help you out. So it's like we are gonna be doing same thing again in this. I always wondered why they gave me the minions. Where's it gone? Palm and Prom. What was it? Palm and Porum and Palm. Yeah, not roulette. Show me the. What roulette? Where is it? Minion guide. Here we go. Should be here. Yeah, got the one in Palom and Porum. Yeah, Palom and Porum. That's what they're called. I was wondered why they actually gave those, but now it's kind of like making sense. We are possibly gonna be traveling to a different place, and if that is really the case, so that means source the Ethereus is going to be lost one way or another. So we will possibly travel to one of the other places and try to reclaim them. Are there currents here? Northeast. Yeah, looks like there are currents here, so I can actually get light. Come on, jump over. No. These like Lunar Thunder look interesting. With little preparation, it might be possible to traverse the gap on foot. Then again, it would be long way than if one should sleep perhaps another time. So close yet so far does not the harsh terrain remind you of somewhere where you've been before? The Venian Four Lanes Eye? Place that rejects the intrusion of outsiders with solitude and supreme. At very least, it sounds suitable for Zodiac's prison. Not could be prepare me for the boundless beauty of Athena's shining, shimmering amidst the sea of stars. Lucifer, but one of countless of the Jews brimming with life, no doubt. Yeah, I wanna know what that one is right there. That which shines so brightly. Is that our destination to be? The place we seek is just ahead. The Chlorophosphorot? Chlorophosphorot. You see, our cause cannot manifest without sufficient concentration of ambient ether. You would be hard pressed to find the greater confluence than the inside his this camel. Follow me. Yeah, but how was there sufficient ether for him to manifest before? I don't know. Oh wait, he's facing me over there. Okay. These guys remind me from the things in cracks in the Final Fantasy 11. What were they called? The soul husks. So I can't remember what they were called. But yeah, they look like the Reapers, Husk Reaper or something like that. They were called. Yes, here will do nicely. Luna's Sporgoid royal ether from the ground in which disperses in the air. At present, however, the ambient energy are not quite sufficient for Argos to manifest. Might you be willing to spare some of your own to help the spur go along? Spongai. Oi, Spongai. Get working, alright? I need my doggo. Hey, Dago. Or perhaps he knew me before he became what you call a Highlands helper. Eh? Come on, Dago. Fly me over the moon. I'm getting a new mount. Wait, he's over there. Yeah. Two more with our interesting command of so grand a vessel, I wonder. Delmont was long been described as the loyal hound of Manfinia due to its relation to Great Moon. It seems highly improbable, that, if not impossible, for ancient people to have known of Argos. But now I wonder whether there are some connections. Gus favors you conceptual green, so he's grinning at me. Destination is structured across the cradle of darkness. But climb onto Argos back and he will take care of the rest. Once you arrive, you should not take long before finding ship's crew. The facility is designed to rouse them from their slumber in the event of Zodiac's destruction. Heed the counsel and together you may guide the star and his people to a kinder fate. This is where we part ways, but know that I shall ever be watching and praying for your success. So yeah, he's not gonna die, okay. You don't say anything else. Our allies' assurance notwithstanding, we cannot be certain what awaits us on the other side, so perhaps it would be best if you do not go all at once. I purpose two of us while Tankarin and Yana wait here. Yeah, let's go. Wait, doggos! Should take it. Where is it? Where is it? Scroll lock. Print screen, yes. Print screen. Take screenshots. Yeah, I forgot to take screenshots last time, so better do them this time. There is a path by foot. It's a long, long one. I really should have been taking a lot more screenshots. This structure is enormous, though it can hardly be surprising given the size of average amaranthine. Yeah. Apologies for the wait. Right then, let's at hidden side and oh. Most ingredient by means which he conserves the energy map. Well, I certainly wouldn't want him to blink out of existence on our account, helpful as he is. Thank you, Argus. If Argus is remain without, let's not keep him waiting over long. So do you get to meet the moon bunnies? Bunnies! Oh wait, what? They've gone inside already, okay. Drums of war! Man, this thing is huge. Scale reminiscent of Amaranth, or rather replica we visited on the first. Truly marvelous beyond description. Oh yeah, we did visit the thing on, but more half of it was submerged. Yeah.
Our moonship pilot should be around here somewhere. Is that right?
Buddies! There's always one, isn't it? Oh, this the army of bunnies.
Look lively, everyone! I know. This 1243rd inspection is a mite ahead of schedule, but it is of the utmost importance. For Zodiark, alas, is no more. As of now, our mighty moon has a new purpose: to bear the people of Etheris to safety.
Scroll lock. Yeah. army
Our
of...
time has come, my friends!
Yeah, I'm taking screenshots.
We must be swifter than swift. There is much to do before our guests arrive. I expect your workstations to be immaculate. And don't forget to relay our signal to Aetheris. Questions? Yes? No? Maybe so? No? Then hop to it!
Tis a rather curious crew she hath chosen. Their endearing forms intended to ease the passengers' hearts, perhaps.
Perhaps.
The bunnies have taken over the moon. As usual. You need to put quite a hard, as hard as diamond to raise one's voice in the anger being processed as such for fun. The clarinety, yeah. Funny, somewhat flimsy. The Christians amicable enough. So what is this? 533, okay. There must be Loporites mentioned in the Watcher's record. Not at all what I expected, but the Watcher did with us heed their counsel. I assumed the one who gave the rousing speech was their leader, though we might have asked for what I asked about in order to track them down. Come on, then let's be about it. Can I jump off? Yeah. Hey, Uranji. What you got? The press all appears to have set out the task. Whether is the leader, I wonder. Where's my kitty? Hey, kitty, kitty, kitty. Where are you taking a nap? Not here. Who's that over there? Rest of the people. Ah, where's the gemstone trader is here as well, eh? Right, so camping way. I think I'm spending a night outside West Ways Burrows, but I'm not sure whether I'll need what I'll need to take with me. As start from tent, I suppose. Nothing for it. One thing to be said: scrappy roll. Yeah, what was that? Scrappy roll and start over. Okay. What are you two talking about? High time we got serious and put our backs to it. Yeah, I think Yashto has probably found the leader already. Only saw them from distance, but their fur was brown, if that helps at all. Yashtola. Such fascinating apprentices, though it's hard to believe. Now you could house many crew members. Even so, there is nothing else here to suggest other types of accommodations. Fighting way. Decided to form a fellowship of protectors to escort people as they arrive, so relax. You and yours are safe. Pause. Very safe pause. The fellowship of bunnies, huh? Dancing way. I heard you kind hop about when they hear music. Is that true? Can you turn it off? The director Nami, I'm afraid Singing Way is the name. We're in charge of construction and maintenance and of the atmospheric circulation system. Only crispest, cleanest air for the people of the terrace, and that's a promise. Crispiest and cleanest. Eh? Guiding way. Do you need help with something? I'm busy assigning duties at the moment. Weaving way? What do you think of our clothing? I'll have you know I am the mastermind behind this design. Either no. Sleeping way. My job is. Perhaps it's better to ask. Yeah, they got a sleepy. They also have bunny in stasis. Yeah, taking screenshots. Sleepy doesn't know where his job is. Oh yeah, a tune. It's right, a tune. I've done that. Moon sail hall. Huh. Nothing way. We'll go. We'll all go dice. But what happens little sooner? Recording way. Oh my! Isn't this exciting? I've never seen one of your kinds up close before. Would you mind if I take some measurements of your body, just for reference, of course? She's a recorder. Are you the bunny? What? How in the? When did you get here? Who let you in? I wasn't. Why wasn't I told? Take me to your leader. Leader, ah yes, look. No further, I am the one you seek. Well, looks like you beat us here. Your friends, I take it, is this all of them? Group comprised entirely of children. What must their parents be thinking? This isn't nursery at all, after all. Though perhaps we should build one. Or did we build one already? No matter, you need it not worry your pretty little heads. All will be well, I promise. But goodness me, what we shouldn't be standing about gawping. I must take you to meet others. If you could run along towards the entrance, you'll find the path leads to the center platform on upper floor. There is no wrong way to reach it, but it's large glowing bowl in the at the center. If you should find yourselves lost, I shall gather the others and meet you there. What are you up to? Well then, back to the upper floor it is. What are you bunnies up to? This is not the entire population of the world. You bunnies. Yeah, as usual, there's five currents, five quest currents, and I think 10 normal currents. Is that 10? Uh, three, three, six, and yeah, 10 normal and five quest. Uh, the recomposition industry and this sphere is quite similar to crystalline concept we have seen before, so it's likely to share the capacity for storing memories and knowledge. It is astounding to how Lapras, despite their diminutive stature, are able to maintain such a gargantuan facilities. Given their size, getting from one end to the other place must be exhausting. I honestly don't know how they do it. Visitors, at last, welcome.
Right, of course. Introductions are in order. Ahem. My name is Livingway, and we are the Lotharites, created for the express purpose of commanding this ship and bearing the people of Atheris to a brave new world. More specifically, I am the one whom she charged with the execution of her most vital plans. You might say I'm her right paw. Livingway's the name, map reader and navigator of the heavens.
Pleasure to meet you all, but I'm still trying to make sense of this.
Confusion and bewilderment are completely understandable. Fear not, I shall walk you through it. The people of Atheris, through no fault of your own, I'm sure, set in motion a series of events that, unfortunately, culminated in Zodiark's obliteration. Acutely aware of the imminent crisis, your parents said to you little ones, on a ahead while they began the necessary preparations. Still not following? No? Very well, I shall elaborate further. Here we have Atheris, your home, and the moon, where we are now. Without Zodiark around to keep things lively, so to speak, the celestial currents of the star have doubtless begun to degrade. A calamity of apocalyptic proportions will be visited upon Atheris, bringing an end to all life. Very sad, that.
So too hath the Watcher claimed. By thine unperturbed countenance, I gather this eventuality was anticipated.
The doom and gloom. Oh yes, quite expected. Imagine, if you will, that Atheris is a delicious carrot that I've forgotten to eat and left out in the midday sun. The most earnest wishes or prayers will not stop it from rotting to the core. So sadly, there's nothing to be done but to abandon said carrot, Atheris, in case the metaphor is lost on you, to its grisly fate.
And this moon will serve as the vessel to deliver us to a new home.
Just so! We will gather up as many people, supplies, and resources as our stores will hold. And then, once everyone is aboard, it's off to another star! Easier said than done, admittedly, for one does not simply hop from star to star on a whim, which is precisely why we've spent countless years constructing the most propulsive of propulsion systems! We ought to make it to our destination in 2 shakes of a rabbit's tail.
Impressive technology. I dare say it is beyond anything we have ever seen.
No need to shower us with praise. All we've done is faithfully carry out the instructions left to us by Hydaelyn. Back in the old days, when she was still just Venar, she was dedicated to the study of the world and its inner workings. And the Watcher, the real one, not the simulacrum you met, was one of her fellow researchers.
Go, there is a bomb dropped. It's definitely when I.
We and this wondrous vessel masquerading as a moon are products of their knowledge and know-how.
There's certainly more to you all than meets the eye. Might I ask where exactly you intend to take us?
The green glowing star.
We identified a few promising candidates for resettlement some time ago, but we cannot guarantee that they are fit for habitation. Moreover, the ship can only travel in short bursts. We intend to go down our list, hopping from star to star, until we find one suitable for resettlement. No need to worry, though. The vessel is being refurbished with accommodation for an extended stay as we speak. While we did have to rely upon outside help to determine what amenities were essential, I dare say we have risen to the challenge.
Help? From who?
Charlian.
From you and yours! Who else? Each time we woke to perform regularly scheduled maintenance, we were greeted by the resources you sent us. What better way to learn about preferences and proclivities of our present-day charges? Ah, but you're still adorable little children. Perhaps your elders were responsible for the deliveries.
I'm not sure what led you to conclude otherwise, but I can assure you that we are all grown men and women, and I very much doubt my elders know this place exists. Much less how to send you so much as a starlight missive.
guy who wanted to kill Zodiac.
herself led you here. You don't say. Well, that's really not children. Then why are you so small and stunted? Like little baby carrot people.
Well, Amarotimes were a great deal taller. In the present day, persons of such prodigious size are exceedingly rare.
So, you're saying everyone's not like the Watcher? Oh, confound it all! Someone could have at least scribbled a note about your profound miniaturization.
That tome in thy possession.
Oh, this? One of the first books sent to us. A compendium of the people of Atheris, with a few blank pages at the back for minor corrections and updates as needed. The sum total of our knowledge of your kind is contained in these pages. I thought it was abridged and made small for our benefit, but this isn't a regular-sized book, is it? Building Way, can you hear me? Yes, we're all very busy. Change of plans. I need you to rebuild the domiciles at 1/3 the scale. All of them. Yes, all of them, and but me no buts. See to it with all speed.
Perhaps you could tell us a bit more about your terrestrial collaborator.
Yes, yes, in due time. But first, I'd like to hear more about you, if it's all the same. I'd rather not risk any other complications due to outdated knowledge of our passengers-to-be.
So, here's the question. Are we going on the moon, the ship traveling at end of 6.0, I guess? But the way it thinks. Why do we get the feeling that we are going to have our hands full with dealing with Loporits? It's unfortunate the domicile were constructed in era, but their willingness to perform such sweeping renovations is testament for their commitment. I cannot fathom the resources required for a facility so vast. I should have realized something was amiss when living were referring to as children. What other delightful misconception do they hold, I wonder? Oh dear, I certainly hope building we can complete the renovations before more guests arrive. Or perhaps he should leave them as they are. That way you'd have more space to lounge around. Purple carrot juice, heartily heartful beverage prepared from pulp of purple carrots and pixie apples. Oh, interesting. Carrot juice. Right then. Now that you are here, I need you to teach us all you can about your people and quickly. It won't be long before final days are upon us in all their terrible grandeur, so it's imperative that we be prepared to receive our passengers to be. If anything, if anything else that may displace them, it must be addressed post haste. And address it we shall. Here to at Bestway is Burrows. Bestway is Burrows. We have assembled everything required to offer our guests the best way forward. We have produced myriad amenities we understand to be essential in day-to-day living. I wish to hear your opinion on them. I'm sure you have worked up an appetite, so why don't you start with food stuff? Meet me at Caratorium, and we'll see about filling your bellies. She does not want for enthusiasm. The notion of atheist rotting to his core, being matter of course, is rather concerning though. Nevertheless, let us take this opportunity to learn more about Loprits in this vessel. You know, reach. Hold on. What layout? You move here, you move here, you move up, you move below. Rather have you at the bottom because the taskbar, the hotbar keeps disappearing in the cutscene, but you stay. So rather have you at the bottom. Yeah, I really should make a guide as to how to do uh, these embedded macros. So see which one is that? Yeah, embedded macros. So I really should do that. Right. So I'm going down in the other side. Geronimo. So Charlian's land of Loprets, eh? Curatorium. Ooh, fancy. Oh, I must have been dozing off. Uh, what was I supposed to be doing again? I'm delighted to see you, but I am very, very busy. Perhaps we can chat another time. I need to actually make these even smaller than that. Thinking I'll actually make it up to what, 5? What? Is this combat? Yeah, interesting. So this is an open zone. Discover to the west. West, more to the west, okay. So you must be on top. Mm, Alright, fine. Normally don't do this, but play music when mounted. Apply. There we go. Ah, it is on top. Come on, get on top. Why can't you? Can't get the right. But yeah, it's a grunt. Northwest. Northwest over there somewhere. Uh, Guess I'll get those afterwards. For now, I'll just do this. Welcome to Curatorium. Here we create prototypes of various sundries required to be by our soon-to-be passengers. Allow me to introduce head of food stuff production, cooking way. Pleasure to meet you all. Our work involved no small amount of trial and error, but after many cycles of painstaking labor, I dare say we have created the finest cuisine for our guests could ask. We learned all about essential nutrients, healthy, balanced diet from reference material we received. Why practically won the word from word of those invaluable pages. Naturally, we also considered the ease of growth in production, and we will not want the ingredients. I must insist you try some. We have fresh stock, recently prepared a kind of, well, we just woke up, so we're quite famished. Up along platform up here, and you'll find storage units bursting full of delectable delights. Help yourself to anything you like. Right, cooking way. Why, why are you giving me a Charlian cooking? Come on, come on, buddy. I don't know. It seems to help if you actually change the angle. Blasting way. This requires a debate. We have to work to do, so quit dragging your feet and get on with it. Rainbow colored assortment of carrots. Assuming orange. But nonetheless, it's not for the excessive length of girth, and one might think they use ordinary carrot. The second thought, you elect. Here we go. Just a sec. Simply take the obscenely large carrot for now, due to its bizarre qualities. It would be prudent to ask cooking with whether it saves to eat first or not. So yeah, talk to cooking way and ask her if the carrot is safe. So did you any of the surgery? Yes, a fun choice. One of my personal favorites, actually. Please dig in. I'm eager to hear what you think. With good bite of the carrot is satisfying crunch. uh, Teeth into the. Excuse me. Satisfying crunch as you sink teeth into the orange skin, and warm tingling sensation down your spine. With the second bite, a wave of euphoria washes over you, and you drown in bliss. Alas, as you finish the carrot, the elation fades, leaving you desperate craving for another carrot. Carrot of happiness. What do you think? Unlike anything you have ever tasted, yes? The carrot of happiness is full of bursting nutrition is guaranteed to leave you feeling satisfied. It's staple amongst us leopards. We have plenty of other variants too. Bleeding carrots improve blood flow. Dream carrots to help with sleep. So you see, we have carrots for every occasion. I can certainly see the demand for this in Charlian. Charlian, what in blazes is that? I take it you had the widest assortment of carrot to choose from and not else? May I ask why exactly did the collaborators share with you about the cuisine of on Arterius? Surely you are aware that we have abundance of dishes, foods you could emulate. Of course we are, but well, it's quite recently that we established contact. Even holding a conversation was a struggle at first, so imagine our surprise when they said mountain of books, documents with no clear instructions. The sheer amount of information we was overwhelming, and if it wasn't for encyclopedia I found, we would have been at loss where to begin. And we decided than divide our resources to prepare a variety of mid-link potential satisfying meals, it will be more efficient to devote our efforts to production of single perfect food. And that's why our good but men cannot live on raw carrots alone. Have you considered cooking them? You mean steaming, boiling, roasting, and the like? I suppose we could. Perhaps prepare the carrots in other ways? But our primary concern was efficiency, and was more efficient than sinking your teeth into the carrot fresh from the production. Rather strange approach to take for one named cooking way, isn't it? Well, technically speaking, cooking way isn't my given name. When first created, we were all named in the old tongue, the otherwise impenetrable parlance of Watcher speak. After we received the Great Tom's words in dictionary, that is from our collaborators, we learned your language, adverbs, grunts, present, present, huh? present continuous, present continuous verbs, conjunctions, and just the basics. Then we found terms related to our given task, and we use them to form new names. Aren't they helpful? No, not really, but it does explain a great deal. Where first the wherefore does thy kind deem such a change necessary? When the rest of your people arrive, we want to be certain they understand them immediately, which what each of us does. You'd never be able to pronounce our original names anyway. I see. I hope our critiques, such as they are, were helpful to you. Though you should decide to preserve flora and fauna from a terrace as well, you would be able to offer the passages more balanced diet. Until such a day, one I pray comes sooner or later, it will appear that there is not but carrots on the menu. I wish I can. Yoshipi gave me them as a race. Yeah? If I get them as a race, I'm changing immediately. Eat your heart's content after you've seen Best Ways Burrows. I think we had our fill of carrots now. Let's move on to other necessities, shall we? Our cloth protection is sure to impress this way. Why? Seriously, why even the mobs have ears on them? Someone's a bunny. Curatorium. I guess I was wondering why the canteen is called Curatorium. Yeah, understand why now. Here we are, a parallel production station. We have chosen to employ more traditional methods for this task creation magics. Adeline, in her infinite wisdom, blessed her with self-same affinity for magic her people possessed. We have other amazing talents, of course, and I know you are dying to hear about them, but I will regale you with details another time. That said, we did run into a spot of trouble first. Our magic alone was not sufficient to see our work done. In the end, we discovered crystallized ether was a wonderful catalyst that could provide us with extra vis we needed. My heart is resourceful. A sweet sound of recognition. You will also be impressed to hear that we have uh, read all about your habits and changing attire to match your chosen profession for the sake of efficiency, I presume. This has also been taken into account with our designs. Why, but why take my word for it when you can simply try on clothes? Make yourself known to the workers and they will see to the rest. Up top? No? Over there. Alright. Give me new gear. Give me fancy gear. Come on. Fanciest of all the land. Don't tell me you're gonna be turning me into a bonita. Ah, it's you. The one of the visitor for Etheris. Thank goodness. Mapping way wasn't kidding. You really are smaller than the Watcher. Oh, right. You're here to try new set of clothes? Yes. What would you have me fashion for you today? Outfit embedding my bloodlust. Simple yet functional, fashionable and refined. Let's go with fashionable. Let's see what you get me. Fashionable, right. This will only take a moment. Let's see what you got for me. It's probably gonna be a robe. I, there we are, all finished. Perfect fit, if I do say so myself. To be honest, I know nothing of fashion, let alone fashion on at series, but I wager no one down there has ever worn anything like this fine Ensemble. Perhaps you could start with a new trend. Would you look at the speechless and I thought you may not like it? Or if you have a mind to try something else, why not speak with my fellow artisan? Sure, he'd be happy to oblige. You must continue wearing these garments in order to progress. If you will change back to your normal garments, if you move too far away, look at your map and for garments change area of effect. Speak with less. Right. So entirety of this place, huh? Okay. No, no, no. No one said you be coming here. How can I help you? Of course, it would be my honor. Got anything with a little more flair? Looking for clothing with altogether different design? Alright, surprise me. Come on then, surprise me. Nothing in that. Let's see. This should do. And come on, give me something good. Yeah, some of my best work. Yes. That's a really new concept incorporating an idea that I've never tried before with clothing. Fragrance, can you smell the carrots? Ah, simply divine. I was worried how your concept would turn out, but it looks stunning on you. Won't you go and show it to Living Way? Go and show Living Way? Should she eager to see what we have come up with? Speak with Jubilant Laboratory thought government changed. So, uh, Living Way. Can you end this torture? I guess you could say it's simple but functional clothing, but not the flair that you want. Why don't we look so splendid? Results of much trial and error. Now I know the quality work when I see. Shh, you needn't speak. I can see your torsion of a moon and wheel operates in your eyes. Not that your friend feels the same way, having sampled our creation. But I don't think Kitty's gonna be happy. Yeah. Oh, I didn't know there was a mask. This system we sample all the concepts. Here we returned. Reality is ensemble most becoming. Think it's past time we return these clothes. I was so confident our government would meet your approval. Ah, whatever are we doing wrong? The Watcher taught us that in his time, everyone wore same robes. To do otherwise was against social etiquette. We thought we could appeal to modern tastes by telling the robes to a specific profession. But please, you mustn't be hard on yourself. Should we resort to evacuating people of Atheris, they will most certainly have a need of your attire. It is clear to you spare no effort in addressing our needs, but you must understand we are not quite so homogeneous. Speaking for myself, what I wear now better suits my taste, even if it's of inferior make. But there are others whose choices can be influenced by tradition or personal experience rather than making assumption for a whole. You must consider the individual and their potential preference. I fear we have underestimated the complexity and diversity of your people. Even if we memorize every tome we receive, I doubt we'd have fared much better. Maybe we are doing you disservice try to shower you with our bubbles in frippery, thinking it was for your benefit when you be better off on your own. There are some who might agree, people who prefer to keep others at arm's length even when they know they shouldn't. As one such formal fool, I'll like to ask you a question. This plan to evacuate and escape the final days, did it account for the reflection of the source as well? Not that I am aware of. We are born Hydrant's love for Ethereus and salvation for the people on that star, and that star alone. It has ever been our aim. Surely it's better to devote ourselves to saving one world than divide our efforts across 14 and risk failing them all. I suppose you're right. Living way, might we know the when we might have lived to explore the burrows and unattended? You have given us much to think about. Why, certainly. Until later then. If I may, if I may, I should accompany thee a while longer. Really? I mean, you are more than welcome to. There was actually something I wish to speak to you about. Let's be off then, shall we? Mm. Anyways, I'm gonna end this episode here and start a new one. And we'll actually carry on with this main storyline.